And of course there was that Skull Cup semi-final when Motherwell gave Rangers something of a fright by taking an early lead before losing out. So Rangers certainly know they have a tough task on hand this afternoon. Craig Patterson playing at centre-back for Motherwell, one of two ex-Rangers players in the Motherwell ranks. So the first free kick awarded to Rangers, 30 yards out. And the wind difficult enough to justify a four-man Motherwell wall. Scott Nisbet has joined the attack. Graham Souness organising things for Rangers for the set piece. Rangers requiring to make certain they get both points to keep the gap at the top of the Premier Division as tight as possible. Motherwell, on the other hand, are desperately battling to make sure they're not in one of those three relegation places at the end of the season. Steve Cowan making sure he remained onside, and that left Gough with some space. Here's Cooper running into Farningham. McBride going forward and carrying the ball out, but Martin McBride's been impressive in flashes in the first half. He really appears to have one thought in mind when he gets possession, and that's to go forward. Across the back four it goes, and Wilkins is the midfield player coming deep this time for Rangers. Always either Wilkins or Souness who is available to take it from the back four. There's Nisbet getting away from Cocky. Headed on by Patterson. There's Davy Cooper. That's blocked by Wishart. Good chance that for Rangers, and Cooper appeared to do everything right, but Wishart did well getting across. So encouragement for the Rangers fans as Souness picks up possession in midfield. Now Ferguson. Nisbet, willing as ever, going forward. Controlled by McCoist. And that's excellent goalkeeping by Duncan. Beautifully done by McCoist. He did everything to make life difficult for the goalkeeper. But it was well built up. Ferguson to Nisbet. The first time ball inside. Good control from McCoist, trying to hook it across in front of Duncan. That was beautifully taken by the keeper. Richard Gough, Graham Souness. Our captain, Graham Roberts. Phillipen doing well again. This is Cocky, waiting for Cook. With the cross, touched on, a dangerous ball that. It was Farningham who arrived late in the box to get a touch. Could have been costly for Rangers. Kirk checking inside, hooking the ball across. There was Farningham, and in fact it could easily have gone to the head of Steve Cowan. So a let off for Rangers. Goes McCoist. Durant to Ferguson. Feathered away by Phillipen. An awkward bounce missed by both Monroe and McBride. Here's Ray Wilkins. Nisbet calls to the ball, running from the right back position. It breaks now to Cooper, to Ferguson rather. There's Nisbet. And it's in off Phillipen. A disaster for the Motherwell centre half. And the linesman now drawing the referee's attention to something. Will Phillipen get a reprieve? We'll soon see. Wilkins playing it forward. And there was Nisbet. It goes back to Ferguson, then Nisbet again. It came off Phillipen, and the goal will stand. That little discussion between the referee and linesman making no difference at all. And a disaster for John Phillipen, the Motherwell defender. And what a remarkable double it is for Phillipen, because he conceded an own goal against Rangers in the last league match here against Rangers when Rangers won by 1-0. Long ball forward by Wishart. There's Steve Cowan with Roberts. And Cowan going in very determined fashion. Chris Woods reacting calmly. And Richard Gough also making certain that no one overreacts to that challenge from Cowan. Let's see it again. It was Wishart firing the ball through the inside right position. Cowan using his physique in the challenge with Roberts to pass back a trifle short. No question in my view that Cowan was entitled to go for the ball. A lot of running up front from Durant and McCoist. Derek Ferguson always available on the right. It's towards McCoist. Challenged initially if it was from Wishart. Here's Souness. Laying it wide for Durant to give chase. Forcing Murray to concede the throw. Scott Nisbet. Now Durant. Trying to go through a gap that wasn't there suddenly. Kirk with a pass back and Duncan's in trouble. Kirk clears it only as far as Souness. That's for Ferguson, who's onside. Intelligent play by Derek Ferguson. Could so easily have been caught, but took a few steps back to remain onside. There's Ray Wilkins. Fine effort from Wilkins. Trying to open his scoring record for Rangers. And this is superbly struck as Ferguson looks for the opening inside, then lays it into the path of Wilkins on his left foot, rising just over the top. Monroe to Durant. Here's Davy Cooper. Whipping it across, and it's turned away by Derek Murray. There was no challenge coming in, but Murray wasn't to know that. He did well to turn it away to safety. So Rangers certainly have taken heart from that opening goal, now pressing hard for a second. Graham Roberts joining the Rangers attack. Only Monroe and Wilkins left back. Here's Souness. Back to Cooper. Outside of the boot, playing it across. Appeals for a penalty kick, and they're fruitful. Yes, McCoist pushed by Patterson, and Rangers have the penalty. Well, it was a fine ball. Let's look at this ball. The outside of the left foot, played across by Davy Cooper, swerving out. McCoist trying to get the ball, pushed from the back by Patterson, right in front of referee Waddle. A penalty kick was inevitable. And indeed, further trouble for a Motherwell player. It's Craig Patterson who's booked for dissent. And Ali McCoist has the chance to put Rangers 2 ahead, seeking his 29th goal of the season and his 7th penalty success. McCoist against Duncan. No mistake from Ali McCoist. A brave effort from the young Motherwell keeper. But McCoist wasn't to be denied. 23 minutes into the second half, and surely that makes the match safe for Rangers. An expertly taken penalty kick this by McCoist. You can see Duncan Guest right through himself to the right, but the pace on the ball was too much. And McCoist deadly once again. Accurate play again from Ferguson to Nisbet. Oh, that's good play again. Developing up the right. There's Durant to Ferguson. And that would have been a memorable goal had Ferguson been able to strike the ball on target. One-touch football developing up the right flank. Ferguson and Nisbet. Nisbet never stopped running, playing the ball early square across goal. Set up by Durant for Ferguson, and the shot goes wide. Cowan holding off Ferguson. A rash challenge there from Roberts. Cowan's on the ground. Now what action will referee Waddle take? Remember, Roberts has been booked before. That certainly appeared to be a rash challenge by the Rangers captain. There's Ferguson with Steve Cowan. These two in the joust at the moment. Cowan turning away, and there was Roberts with a very clumsy late tackle. And really, he may consider himself lucky, I think, not to incur the wrath of the referee. Steve Cowan certainly doesn't see the funny side of that. Roberts hasn't been spoken to by the referee. You couldn't do so, in fact. You'd have to order them off and give the earlier booking. So, if there was a controversial end to the first half, it's the same again at the end of the match. The blow up at the end of the first half when Kirk and Roberts clashed, and now another involving Roberts and Cowan, and there goes